So in this video I'm going to go through P2 and it's chapter 2 and section 2.3, intersections of straight lines and circles. So a line can cut a circle once and this line is a tangent, or a line may not intersect a circle at all, or a line may intersect the circle twice. Finding the coordinates of the intersection between straight lines and circles is a matter of solving simultaneous equations, and you have been doing that since GCSE. Now, one of the things to remember is how we check, how we show that the line and the circle meet is by using the discriminant. So it's b squared minus 4ac. When b squared minus 4ac is bigger than 0, when it gives us a positive value, there are two distinct routes. The line crosses the circle twice. When b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, it's a repeated route. The line meets the circle at one point only, and that means that the line is a tangent to the circle. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, if it's a negative number, the line and the circle do not cross. Now, for this, it says find the coordinates of the points where the line y equals x plus 5 meets the circle x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 29. So if I'm looking for coordinates, this is simultaneous equations. So I need to substitute, and I would change the value for, I would change y for x plus 5. I think that would be the easiest. Of course, you can change x squared for y minus 5, but I think it's easier to replace y. So x squared plus my y is x plus 5 minus 2, of course. So x plus 5 is y, and then we have the negative 2 squared equals 29. Before I do anything, I can simplify. So I've got x squared plus x. 5 minus 2 is a plus 3, it's a positive 3, equals 29. I now have a double bracket, so x plus 3 times x plus 3. And I'm going to subtract 29 because the equation needs to equal to 0. And I'm going to multiply out the brackets. So x squared, then plus 3x is plus 6x, 3 times 3 is 9, minus 29 equals to 0. I now have my like terms, so that's 2x squared plus 6x, 9 take away 29 is negative 20. Because this is an equation, and I notice that everything is even, I'm going to divide everything by 2 in the hope of making the equation easier to factorize. I'm hoping it factorizes 10. And then, let's see, does it factorize? X and x. 2 and 5 multiply to make 10. I want a plus 3, so a positive 5, negative 2. So I have two values for x. X is 2 and x is negative 5. Now that I found my values for x, I want to find my values for y. Y equals x plus 5. So y is 2 plus 5, which is 7. And y equals negative 5 plus 5, which is 0. So the coordinates, because they've asked us for coordinates, is 2, 7 and negative 5, 0. These are the coordinates where the circle and the line intersect. This is another question, and it says show that the line x minus y minus 7 equals 0 does not meet the circle with the equation x plus 2 squared plus y squared equals 33. Well, if lines do not meet, that means that b squared minus 4ac must be less than 0, must be a negative number. So let's firstly equate them we have to have a quadratic that equals to 0 before we can use b squared minus 4ac. So I'm going to rearrange this. X minus 7 equals y. And then I'm going to replace y squared with x minus 7. So I've got, or maybe I should do the opposite actually, and have only one. I'll do the opposite. I'll do x equals y plus 7. So x is y plus 7. So y plus 7 and then plus 2 squared plus y squared equals 33. 7 plus 2 is 9, so y plus 9 squared plus y squared minus 33. I'm just going to subtract the 33 equals 0. This is a double bracket. Plus y squared minus 33 equals 0. So that's y squared plus 9y plus 9y is plus 18y plus 81 plus y squared minus 33 equals 0. So I've got 2y squared, and then I've got plus 18y, and then I've got 81 minus 33, which is a positive 48, and that equals to 0. Now I can divide everything by 2, but I don't intend to factorize. I intend to put it into the discriminant to check. So A is 2, B is 18, C is 48. So B squared is 18 squared minus 4 times A, 4 times 2 times 48. And let's have a look. Is it going to be smaller than 0? Is it going to be a negative number? 18 squared is 324. 4 times 2 times 48, and I'm showing, so I'm doing all the workings. Well, it is indeed, you can see straight away, 324 minus 384 is negative 60, and negative 60 is definitely smaller than 0. Therefore, I can put a conclusion, therefore, since b squared minus 4ac is smaller than 0, the line and circle do not intersect. They don't cross. Now I thought I'd show you this question. This is from exercise 2D, and it is question 11, but it has a missing value. It has a k, so I thought we'd go through one of these examples. And this is an exam question as well. So it says the line with equation y equals 4x minus 1 does not intersect the circle with equation x squared plus 2x plus y squared equals 0. Find the range of possible values for k. So the first thing we must do is we must equate those before we can use the discriminant. And of course, if it does not intersect, that means that b squared minus 4ac is smaller than 0. And to do that, we have to get a quadratic. So x squared plus 2x plus 4x minus 1 squared equals k. So x squared plus 2x plus my double bracket, so 4x minus 1 and 4x minus 1 equals k. X squared plus 2x. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. And then I've got negative 4x is negative 8x plus 1. Then I'm going to subtract k. Minus k equals 0. And then I've got my like terms, 1x squared plus 16x squared, 17x squared. 2x minus 8x is minus 6x. And then I've got plus 1 minus k. You can or you don't have to put it in brackets, but I'm going to put it in brackets because I recognize that this whole thing is C. So A is 17, B is negative 6, C is 1 minus K. And using the discriminant, I've got negative 6 squared, which is positive, so you can just put 6 squared, minus 4 times 17, I might use a big bracket, 4 times 17 times 1 minus K. Well, I've got negative 36 squared, negative 6 squared is a positive 36, and I've got 4 times 17 is 68, so it's 68 times the bracket. So you multiply the bracket out, 36 minus 68 minus 68K, and I might as well put smaller than 0. Now, everything has to be smaller than 0. Be careful, because you're going to subtract everything that comes after the minus sign. You're subtracting 68, so it's literally negative 1 times 68, and you're subtracting the negative 68K. So you've got 36 minus 68 plus 68K is smaller than 0. 36 minus 68 is negative 32 plus 68K is smaller than 0. I'm gonna add the 32 to the other side, so 68K is smaller than 32, and I divide both sides by 68, and I get K is smaller than, if I put that into my calculator, it says 8/17. So the range of values that K could be, so that this line does not intersect with the circle, is any value of K where K is smaller than 8/17. So these are all the examples for section 2.3.